Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Tea Talk. This is Couch Edition.
Yes, we got our tea.
And we have our tea. Here's mine. We decided to switch things up this week and just move over like 5 feet from our kitchen bar to sit at our couch. So anyway, here we are. I hope that you have been having a great week so far. We've already made it to, basically hump day tomorrow. So good job, everybody. Hope it's been going well. I've had a pretty good day today. It was productive. It was honestly a gorgeous day outside. It was like a high of 73 degrees. So it was wonderful. Not too hot, not too cold. It was like a beautiful spring day.
Yeah, it was nice day. It was like a spring day. It was kind of chilly, and when you go in the shade, it was kind of, that spring chill.
Mm-hmm. We went on a walk a little bit earlier, and Michael wore, shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops, and I had this jacket on, but he was like, whoa, it's like chilly outside. But I love it. It's beautiful. Anyway, so we have some, very exciting, earth-shattering news to share. We are getting an Instapot.
Yeah. So, it's Amazon Prime Day today and yesterday, and I had been waiting for, see if prices go down, but we got an Instapot, so I know that makes Emily very happy, and I look forward to using it. I like cooking and messing around with, different stuff, so I'll use it for whatever I use it for. Slow cooking stuff. I still am nervous with it being pressurized, but whatever. My mom has one, and she made some stuff in it, but I'm still like, oh my, that cannot be.
What did your mom make in it?
I think she just made some vegetables. She made potatoes and maybe some other sort of thing that you would steam. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
If you have been around for a little bit, you know that we have talked about getting an Instapot for a while. So this is honestly very exciting for me.
Oh, I was going to say, we got the Instapot Pro 6-quart. We didn't get an 8-quart because that's just big, and we live in a small apartment, so I don't, you know what I mean. But I did want the 8-quart, but I don't need that.
We discussed it and decided that 6-quart would be plenty for the two of us for this stage of our life right now.
Yeah.
And it will hopefully fit better, into our cupboard or pantry. But here, actually, if you have any favorite Instapot recipes or just ideas, please drop them in the comments below, because I think ours is going to get here on Thursday or Friday, and I'm very pumped to try something right away. What I'm most excited about, for real, is shredded chicken.
That's so fun.
I know that sounds so silly, but do you know how much stuff you can make with shredded chicken? I made a little list here, and
of what you can make.
You can make chicken salad, salad with chicken, buffalo chicken, chicken quesadillas, soup, nachos, tacos, meal prepping for lunches with like wraps and stuff, sliders, barbecue.
There you go.
Oh my word. It's going to be so quick and easy. I'm very excited.
I want to make a cheesecake in it and vegetable broth.
Well, that's not what I was expecting.
Well, vegetable stock, it takes a long time to make, and I'm sure the Instapot will just make it so much easier. So I made it one time, and it took a long time. It was crazy how long it took. But I am looking forward to trying that, making some different stuff. I would love to make some ramen stuff. That would be really cool. Ooh, yeah. Like ramen broth or something like that. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm wondering if you can make hard-boiled eggs in an Instapot.
Oh, yeah. right? Yeah. There's no way.
I just don't know.
No, I think my mom did one time, or she made a ton of them.
I realize that you can easily make hard-boiled eggs on the stove. So anyway, very excited for you guys to share your ideas. Even if you haven't tried it and you've just heard of it, feel free to comment it down below. Okay, so in other news, we'll let you know when the Instapot arrives and what we decide to make in it first. Maybe like unbox it with you, and I'm
That's
sure
so
like
funny.
so many people already have one.
Do an unboxing.
I'm excited. Oh man. Okay. So I have my regular class tomorrow night at Butler. And I think I'm going to be getting my 360 review assessment results back. So that's kind of like scary, but also exciting. I had to take it about myself as well. And then on Thursday and Friday night, I will also be at Butler for the big project and presentation that I told you guys about. So I've decided to dive in and do, a bunch of work on it already. And I met with my group today on Zoom,
Oh, that's nice.
like at the end of the day. And that was good. So I'm feeling better about it. I feel like if I had to, like we could put the presentation together and do it now, which is a huge relief. Like I just get nervous if I'm not prepared for something that's really big and I feel like I'm not going to know how to do it. I mean, that makes sense for most people, but some people are really good at just doing stuff on the fly and work well under pressure, but I only work well under pressure if I know exactly what I'm doing and if it's something like a skill that I've mastered before. So, okay, that's all about that. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. So I emailed my Butler academic advisor, and I'm going to meet with him like after the 4th of July holiday.
Cool.
So I've been needing to do that. It was on my list. And so I finally did it, I think on Sunday, and he got back with me. So I feel better about I'm going to be planning out the rest of my courses for my whole MBA. So that'll be good. So that's all about school. I'm going to be so happy once like Friday night comes along. And I know you have school stuff to do too.
Yeah. I won't talk much about it, but I got school stuff, very stressful. That's it. Yeah.
So the only other thing I wanted to say is I'm just really thankful that I'm enjoying my job so much right now. Do you ever go through phases where you just feel like I'm just enjoying this so much? And other times where you're like, I really hate this right now. It just goes in waves, but right now I feel great. Things are going well. I hope I'm not jinxing myself currently. But for the most part, things are going well. So I'm very, very happy about that. It's always good to think about things you're grateful for, right?
Yeah, it is. It is nice when you're at a job long enough that you know what you need to do and you get into the flow of it and you can kind of master whatever you need to master. Because at my previous job, I did that. I mean, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I mastered it. I was there for a few years. It's a good feeling. It's always hard to, get to that point in a job. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you have anything else? I really don't have that much. I was working on my video last night, just uploading it, and I kept getting interrupted because I got sidetracked watching Peter's new video with him and Alex, and I watched the whole 45-minute thing instead of uploading my video. So
He kept laughing and giggling over at the computer. Like, what are you watching?
it's so funny. Alex is so funny. So
I need to watch that.
I thought it was great. So I really enjoyed that. And then What else? I've been watching Sabrina. I mean, I like Sabrina. I'm on episode 5 now of part 4. And I've been reading a really boring thing about Vanderbilt for my class. I'm just going to be real with you. Pretty boring. And then, but, it's good. Like, I am learning, like, the paperwork is boring. The concepts around it from Michael Porter, he's like this strategy guy. That's interesting, trying to figure out the puzzle of putting my paper together. Yeah. But just, there's a lot of reading. But thankfully, last week I read about 75 pages of my work. Because it was like 4 different articles, about 75 to 80 pages. So I got that done. So I kind of know, I guess, what I need to know from that, but not my main source. So I've been doing that. And then that's about it. Nothing that interesting, really.
I have a question for you. What was your favorite and least favorite subject in school, like high school?
My favorite subject?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the easiest one, history. I mean, for me, and then the one I really did not like was probably math. College got into different stuff because college, I felt like I didn't really like history in college. It just wasn't that interesting, I learned a lot through my writing classes. I will say my first year of college and my undergrad, my English classes were very important. And it's kind of and as you get higher up in your degree and stuff like that, you learn a lot. So you write a lot of papers. That was, I think my English class was probably my most useful class. However many I took, I mean, like three plus. So I did that. High school, I mean, history or computer. So I never liked math. I still to this day don't like math. And I feel like it's going to be really hard for me in, the MBA program to be good at it. But I'll figure it out. Who knows? So that's my thought. What was yours?
I would say this is weird, but I really did like math because it's something to figure out and master. There's a way to do things and an answer that you can come to, and not a bunch of different possible answers. It's not vague. It's very straightforward. And I just really liked the teacher that I had for math for 2 years in high school. She was awesome. So I think that's another reason I liked it. But I also enjoyed English as well. I love grammar, writing, editing things. Not so much the literature part, but that's okay too. Then my least favorite was science, especially chemistry and physics. Oh man, that stuff is complicated and I don't like it. I can't handle it. I don't want to wrap my brain around things like that. With chemistry, little molecules and stuff and chemical reactions just hurts my brain.
Yeah.
More power to the people who invent things with science and discover stuff and create new formulas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
concoctions of new products. Like, wow. Or new drugs. That's amazing.
I hated my college lab experience. Well, one lab experience was fine. So I think I took some like earth science, gen ed, and then my biology lab. I hated that class so much. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. It was a horrible professor, whatever. So, but thankfully the lab assistant, like the TA for my lab, was pretty nice and we became pretty good friends later on.
It's good to make friends with the TA.
Yeah. So that was nice. But oh my goodness, staying over, like we were split up into 2 people groups And I was not partnered with anyone that knew what they were doing. And then I got sick for a couple weeks and I had to miss lab or something, or I missed like 1 week of lab, and that messes everything up. And just a horrible experience. So, but yeah.
That was your senior year, right?
Yeah. Well, I
remember.
took my, I took one bio lab my sophomore year, and I was fed up with the professor. I was like, this is the worst class I have ever taken. So I dropped out. And like I was like, this is horrible. This is literally, and I told him, and he got super mad. Oh, dude, it was so awkward. I went into there and I talked with I had all my paperwork and all the examples to show the dean of the biology department, like why this professor is horrible, which I've never done this before. It was just that bad of an experience. I was like,
I did hear bad things about that
this,
professor.
I was like, this is crazy. And here's why, ABC. And I talked with, so anyways, that was, he yelled at me too. That dean was like really mad. Whatever.
Wow.
I know that was my worst, which nothing ever, my college experience was amazing, but that was probably like the worst part of it. So, or one of them.
That's wild.
I know.
I remember actually when you did that, now that you mention it. I also remember when you were very sick that year.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention in college, I had to take geology. I could take that instead of chemistry. So I jumped at the opportunity to learn about rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we had to take a rock test where they had a bunch of different types of, rocks, stones, minerals, and they were labeled with numbers. And then you had to write on your paper what type of rock each number was. Wow.
I think I wanted to take geology, but it wasn't at the right time or something. So I had to just take earth science. Bummer. So, which was kind of a bummer. But it was good, except there was a lot of math in it. So, which was kind of weird. Like you had to have a calculator for all the tests. It wasn't just like a, earth science, like, oh, what is this? It was all this stuff. And I was just thinking, this is so unnecessary, but whatever. But it was an all right class. I liked when we had to go outside and identify all the trees and stuff. So maybe I did that in biology. Moving on, if you're still watching this, comment down below geology. Geology. Do you have a favorite rock, mineral? Mine is probably ruby. And also my dad lost his ruby ring and I'm so annoyed about it. I want him to find it so bad. I'm not mad at him. I wanted that ring one day and it's gone somewhere. He thinks he took it off somewhere. Oh, where was he? I don't know where he was, but he has this golden ring or this ring with a ruby in it. He lost it. He's had it for 40 plus years. It was his grandpa's or great grandpa's.
Wow.
And
wasn't it dented on one side, like completely flat?
Yeah, it was dented because he was working at Sears in college or sometime. I don't know when he worked at Sears or high school. I don't know. But he got mad and it punched the door and it bent the ring on his finger. Because he was like on the shipping deck trying to move something or something like that. I don't remember. So, but I thought it was a cool ring. I mean, yeah. I've tried to find identical ones on eBay and I did find one. So, I found one that was very similar, but part of me thinks that was a local jewelry store from the 1930s or 20s. It's going to be hard to replicate. Mm-hmm. So
maybe he'll find it.
He might. I know he mentioned that he thinks it's in the house. My mom thinks it's in the house. I looked for it. So
maybe Jada hit it.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe he dropped it while mowing and it's somewhere in the yard, but I don't know. What's your favorite rock?
I mean, diamonds are great.
Yeah.
Okay, but for real, my birthstone is a sapphire, so I always think sapphires are pretty.
I wonder what my birthstone is.
Sapphires are like a deep royal blue color.
Mine is Alexandrite.
Oh, Alexandrite? It's like a purple color, deep purple.
That's my favorite color.
How perfect.
Okay, just really fast before we go. I saw some interesting news. One is Apple TV Plus. Apple TV Plus, is that what it's called? Has a new show coming out in November starring Will Ferrell. It's called The Shrink Next Door. And I think it looks really good. I would love to watch it. It's a mini dark comedy series. Then Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan are going on a 2-night headlining tour. That's interesting. I never thought they would ever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're friends. They just feel like kind of opposite of each other, semi. Maybe that's the point. Yeah. Okay. And then the next one is, my last one is Ralph Polo. They are joining the gaming industry, and they got a partnership, or esports got a partnership with Ralph Lauren. I think that's interesting that this luxury brand is doing this in the esport world, which I'm not into esports. I don't know any teams, but it's a big deal. It's a huge, I'm sure a lot of younger people are really into it. So, yeah. And I started looking into stocks, and Louis Vuitton is at the highest it's been in a long time, or ever. And like all of these companies are super high. The stock market is doing really well. And I'm just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So who knows how long that will last? I kind of have a feeling it will last for a while. I part of me believes the stock market will do good for another couple years until a different type of recession hits, because COVID-19's recession, you could still work. Some people could still work from home. They kind of made it work. It was different than the 2008 recession. So it will be really interesting to see what happens in the future with the stock, because they're so high. Everything's so high. So, yeah. Well, that's everything.
I thought of one more thing. Do you remember the last time we did a vlog right here? What day it was?
Valentine's Day?
Was that?
I don't know.
I was thinking Christmas Day.
Oh, really? Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah, my parents had COVID, so we couldn't go.
It was wild.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of fun, though. Yeah. It was snowing. We had a wonderful dinner. Wow, how special.
What do we have for dinner?
Steaks. I think you made steak and shrimp.
Oh, wow.
And banana pudding. It's been 6 months since Christmas almost. Wow. Once again, time flies. Yeah. Anyway, do you have anything else?
Nope, you can end it.
Okay. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us at Tuesday Tea Talk, Couch Edition. Hope you have a great rest of your week. And if no one has told you this today, you are loved and this world's a better place because you are here. We will talk to you soon, and thanks for all your comments. We love them. Bye.